Hello again. Today we are graphing square root functions. So sometimes you'll get a square root function and it'll have not just a square root, but maybe you'll have to add a constant to your square root. So what we're going to do here is show you how to graph this. So first thing I need to do is I need to pick some x values that will turn out nice when we find the square root. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find numbers that I know the square root of and plug those in for x, because that will produce a nice square root. So I'm going to pick perfect squares. So I'm going to start with 0. 0 is a perfect square. And then if I do, so 0 squared, and then if I do 1 squared is 1. 2 squared is 4. 3 squared is 9. And 4 squared is 16. I'm going to start with those values, okay? So now when I plug those in, I need to use those to find the y value. So let's do y equals the square root of 0 plus 2. Well, the square root of 0 is 0 plus 2 is 2. So when x is 0, y is 2. We'll do y equals the square root of 1 plus 2. Well, the square root of 1 is 1 plus 2 is 3. So when x is 1, y is 3. And y is equal to the square root of 4 plus 2. And that equals, well, we have square root of 4 is 2 plus 2 is 4. So we have 2, 3, 4. Now let's do y equals the square root of 9 plus 2. Well, the square root of 9 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. Are you starting to see a pattern here? I'm going to guess that this is 6. Let's see if that works. Y equals the square root of 16 plus 2. Well, the square root of 16 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. I was right. That's 6. So my ordered pairs are 0, 2, 1, 3, 4, 4, 9, 5, and 16, 6. So we'll start with 0, 2. So when x is 0, y is 2. So that'll be that point there. Next, when x is 1, y is 3. So that'll be that point there. When x is 4, y is also 4. So that'll go right there. When x is 9, y is 5. And that'll be that point right there. And when x is 16, y is 6. And that'll go right outside of our graph there, and I'll put that right there. So now I need to connect my dots to make my graph. Notice that there's nothing over here because x values for this problem cannot be negative, because you can't take the square root of a negative number and get a real number. So that means they all need to start on the right side of the y-axis. So our x values all need to be greater than 0. Hey, speaking of our x values being greater than 0, that means that our domain is x is greater than or equal to 0. All right, let's graph this. So that is what our graph looks like. You'll notice that it never gets lower than y equals 2. So that means that our range is y is greater than or equal to 2. Our range is y is greater than or equal to 2. So that's the domain and range. And here is our graph. For y is equal to the square root of x plus 2.